This tutorial shows the basics of cleaning and gathering core gathers for marbles out of clear rod. Your materials that you will need are 3/4 inch clear rod, 8 to 10 millimeter punnies. The tools that you need are tweezers, diamond shears, preferably Jim Moore or Cutting Edge American made, infinite rim marble mold, also lovely American made tool. Your standard multi marble mold available at most of your glass tool distributors here in the States. An L-marver, whether it be torch mounted or bench mounted, graphite paddle. In step 1, you're going to attach the 3/4 inch rod to your 10 millimeter punny rod. Gather enough clear for the project. Step 2, you'll use your L-marver to block the gather into a puck shape using the edges and the angles of the marver. Step 3, use your diamond shears to create a jack line and disconnect from the 3/4 inch stock clear rod. Step 4 this is a good trick. You want to let your core heat in the gather drop all the way down. This means that the inside of it's going to set rigid. Then you want to go back and use your flame to just skin across the top and just get that top layer of the glass wet. Then you take your tweezers and you pinch at the base and you run the tweezers forward and you wipe the scuzzy dirty glass forward to the end of your gather. Continue this step all the way around the puck until you've peeled the entire gather. Step 5, once you have the sides cleaned, use your diamond shears or glass rod to go ahead and clean the end of contaminated glass. While you're cleaning the end, rotate the end so that you can create a center mark for your next punty. Step 6, attach a punty to the clean side of your marble stock and flame cut to disconnect from your core rod stock. Step 7, use your graphite paddle to pre-shape before you go into the marble mold. A good pre-shape looks something like a rugby or a football, to where it's a little bit longer than it is wide. Step 8, begin taking the rough edges out of your pre-shaped gather by using the infinite rim marble mold. The infinite rim marble mold will allow you to put the curves into your marble without cutting lines on the edge like a standard marble mold. Step 9, build a core heat into the gather. You want to get the gather as hot as possible while still maintaining control with the punny. Once you have achieved that heat, pull the gather out of the flame and let it cool. Perhaps even blow on it to create a skin on the outside of the marble. This will allow you to tool it in the standard marble mold without bringing in too many tool marks or chatter lines. Step 10, continuing from step 9, you want to use a standard half spherical marble mold that is a little bit smaller than your gather. You don't want to touch the bottom of the mold. You want to work off of the edges. You want to go into the mold rotating, otherwise you will be setting tool marks in there. And as you continue rotating, put a little bit of downward force on there so that you're actually shaping the marble out, rotating the axis from 45 degrees to 90 degrees and back down. Continuing with step 10, once you've achieved your marble shape, you want to go ahead and flame polish any tool marks out of it. Very good tool to use to see what kind of tool marks you have is a fluorescent light. Step 11, you're on the home stretch now. Once you've got a good shape and you're fire polished, attach a cold punny so that you can disconnect from your previous punny. On that cold punny, you want to have more heat into the punny than you do the marble. Step 12, you will have removed your initial punny and you want to envision how much material you're going to need to finish this marble with the first side that you have already finished. Go ahead and remove any excess material that you might not need. Step 13, it's going to be a lot of the same steps. In step 10, you're going to be using your standard half spherical marble mold. You want to get a good heat. You want to get it as far back as you can without losing control of the piece. You want to make sure that you air marble it and allow skin to develop before you go into the tool. And you want to make sure that you're moving as you drop into the tool to shape the marble. Step 14, continuation of step 11, you're going to fire polish any tool marks. You're going to look at your fluorescent light. You're going to rotate the marble to make sure that you don't have any imperfections. In step 15, you could use a marble mold to knock the marble off and then flame polish your final cold putty mark. Be very careful if using the 6-finger grabbers, because any twerking that you do is going to leave some tool marks on your marble. When using a graphite marble mold, take care to preheat your mold, because otherwise it will draw too much heat and you could crack your piece. Flame polish your putty mark, get the piece in the oven, and look for it the next day.